now listening to Vigilantes Radio, presented by the Only One Media Group. This is the people's choice for quality interviews, celebrities, and special guests. Hosted by Demetrius Dinny Reynolds. Call in to join the mix at 701-801-9813. For the complete archive of episodes, visit onlyonemediagroup.com and be sure to like us on Facebook at Vigilantes Radio. We welcome all. Enjoy the show. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your host, Demetrius Houdini Black Reynolds. Enjoy the show.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to another incredible episode of Vigilantes Radio Live right here on iHeartRadio, and I am your host, Dini. We have a very special guest for you guys. You could definitely want to stick around for that. And as a matter of fact, text your buddies, family members, or even share it on social media right now and let them know that we are about to dive deep into another interview. Before I bring my guest on, I do want to say that, I want to tell you what love is. Well, not really, but love is difficult to define, but it's easy to recognize. And the more of it that you give away, the more of it you have. The less you demand of love, the more it will bring to you. The fewer conditions you place on love, the more perfectly it will suit you, and the more meaningful it will become. Love can make a powerful, positive difference whenever it is present, and love can work its magic in every corner of your life. Like, seriously, have you ever been so in love, but also very resilient in your work? And you see how being in love can actually help push you in your work because you have something to, after the work is done, relax into or experience. That's how it is for me. When I am giving love and feeling love, I am the best at everything that I do. And then when there is no love, just my self-love, it seems like sometimes it's just harder to get things going. But when there's another person, making you feel wanted, you kind of go harder, Well, at least I do. That's my case. But give love to another and you forge a connection that empowers you both. Love the world around you and it will become more beautiful as a result. Love what you do and you become considerably more effective. Add love to knowledge and you'll have wisdom. Love life itself and you'll always find ways to give real meaning to every moment. My name is Coach Dini and change is possible. Are you ready? Are Let's go. What's up, guys? Again, you're listening to VRL. That's Vigilantes Radio Live right here on iHeartRadio. And I am your host, Dini. Our interviews are designed to go behind the scenes and into the minds of these incredible human beings. We go beyond the music, news, books, art, acting, films, technology, education, entrepreneurship, entertainment, spirituality, and sometimes even past that thing that we call the ego. Our interviews are designed to go behind the scenes and into the minds of these incredible human beings, the ones who are out there giving it their all for me, for you, and for the world. Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another enlightening episode of Vigilantes Radio Live. Today we have the honor of sitting down with a truly gifted artist whose music heals, connects, and uplifts. Evan Cristo is a drummer, singer, producer, and the creative force behind the EP Medicine Man. Drawing inspiration from his Yoruba ancestry, global travels, and deep understanding of music as medicine, Evan's journey exemplifies the power of sound to transform lives. So please join me in saying welcome, friend, to the incredible Evan Cristo. Hey, welcome to the show.
Hello. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely, man. How's it going?
Fantastic. I love what you had to say about love. That was a perfect setup for just me to feel good right now. So I appreciate you.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. So, speaking of love and all of that, I had a chance to stalk your social media. Well, that's a bad word. I had a chance to, like, research. Research. Yeah, there it is. That's a good word.
Yeah.
Research. Yeah,
That's a good
research
one.
you a bit, man. And I see like this fantastic, beautiful car. But
Mm.
what I found more, interesting to me was the thing you said about the car and the person driving the car. So
Yeah.
maybe you know more about this love thing than me, and having that push you to be the person that you need to be in life.
Wow. That was yeah. Uh, that idea. So what you're talking about was this '67 Mustang I rented for my wife's birthday.
Hmm.
And the reason why that was significant was because she had that car when she was in high school, like a 17, when she was 17, and it was a '67, so it was like difficult maintenance, and it got to the point where I think her dad had to sell it. Um, and so I think she was like devastated ever since then, and always loved that car. So she's always been the most amazing gift giver. So it's always difficult for me to try to keep up with her every year on her birthday or whatever the occasion is, our anniversary. And I don't know where that idea came from, but it was a gift. I'm considering that idea itself a gift, and it wasn't, it wasn't a hesitation as soon as I had the idea, and I talked to her dad to make sure I had the right model and everything, and she loved it.
Dude, that's like the ultimate. I'm trying to get like you.
I don't know what I'm gonna do next year. Yeah,
Oh man, yeah, man.
but but she's got so much love and she's so good at doing that every year. So I have a very good example as a partner.
Yeah, man, that was incredible, man. So yeah, again, welcome to the show, Evan. I mean, I could like start the show like, hey, where you're from, how did you? But I don't want to do that, man. I'm gonna stare directly into your soul from the get go. So
Go.
I think you're a deep person. Um, and as someone who's deeply connected to the healing power of music, what's been on your heart and mind lately in the space of creativity and connection?
One of the big things that have been heavy on my mind is doubling down on the importance of that. I did a play recently, and the play talked about like, and it's called Before When the Sahara Was Green was the name of the play, and it talked about these ancient traditions before colonialization in that area, and how these female-dominated practices of tapping into darkness as a sense of power. So like a lot of the time now we're trained to think of darkness as something negative, as something bad, something to avoid. We want to be the light's this beautiful thing, and it's great. But if you know anything about physics, 99 or is it something like 96% or more is what they call dark energy and dark matter, and that's just because they're not able to detect it or except for by the effect that it has on things. So this idea of pulling power out of that space, out of not only this sense of void that surrounds every atom, but also the actually like painful things that happen in my life that I try to avoid or try not to look at. So there's songs in there that talk about that, but just this idea has been being reinforced just because the guy who wrote the play, he also mentioned a story where he realized that, you know, laws don't get rid of hatred. They don't get rid of the hatred that exists in someone's heart. The only thing that can do that is stories and music and art and these things that affect people's hearts and nervous system directly. So that's been kind of the mission with the music, is to express from a pure place, like don't really necessarily try to force anything onto my creative process, but just be a vessel and have the intention of healing, and hopefully that comes out in what the result is.
Yeah, yeah. Man, I think, especially in today's age, I mean, we just celebrated MLK Day this
Yes,
past
sir.
Monday, and you're right. Laws don't necessarily change how you feel about a certain topic. It may make it illegal or something that you shouldn't discuss openly, but it's not doing the work on the inside. And I think that's where music comes in. You know, is that
Yeah.
the part that you play, helping people change their feelings and emotions and narratives from the inside out?
Yeah, music affects the nervous system directly, so you don't even have a chance to think about why you feel the way you do when you hear something. It just
Hmm.
it hits you before you realize it. So like just from being on stages through the years, playing and supporting different other artists and watching the effects, before and after effects of crowds, with or without fame. Like obviously people get excited to see some of the more famous artists I play with, but if they don't even know the artist and they come and you could tell that the person on stage is giving their all and the band is in unison doing this magic trick essentially. But to me, people playing together and locking in this very cohesive way is like nothing short of sorcery. So like you can see it by the effects that it has on the audience. So like just I'm into doubling and tripling and quadrupling down on that as a mission, especially given all the things that are happening right now. I feel like I could try and individually fight against each one of those things, or I could use this sorcery to put out the thing that I want the world to be, or that I want to have more of, which is more love, more togetherness, more unity, more self-realization, more. You mentioned the love of wisdom, philosophy is like philosophia, so it's like,
Hmm.
there is no wisdom without this love. So I think that is the goal.
Yes, indeed. When did you realize that, music was something internal or something that had magical elements? Now, I don't mean magic in the sense of like Houdini or abracadabra.
I do.
Well, let me take that back. Let me take that back. Abracadabra, maybe, but not Harry Houdini. If you know words and spells, then abracadabra could, anyway. But yeah, well, you said you do. So when did you realize that music was magical?
Um, Shoot, that's it. I mean, my earliest direct like cognitive connection of the magic of music, I think, is when I discovered like the bata drum of Yoruba people, and it's this intricate style of music that even some of the best percussionists have a hard time learning, just because of how it functions. And the effect of it, I see viscerally. Between that and Ketsu and like different cultures of the Yoruba that I've studied since middle school and high school, I saw the effect of that on people, and it was like nothing else I'd ever seen. And music had always had a positive effect on me in general, but I think seeing people go into these ecstatic states, it's kind of like the Baptist church, or when you see like gospel, and people go into these ecstatic states, and it usually takes music to do that. I heard someone talk about when you're watching a preacher preach, and then like I think it was Pharrell. Pharrell was talking about when you watch a preacher preach, and there's like an organ that creeps in behind them, and you could tell when the preacher's ramping up because the organ will start modulating upwards, and it does this sense of lift that by the time he hits his high, the whole room pops off. You know what I mean? So it to me it's nothing short of magic. My friends and I, out of a joke, like looked up the word abracadabra recently, and I think I make it so with my words or something to that effect.
Yeah.
So when you said that, I'm like, yeah, no. To me, that's absolutely what it is. By experience, that's what I've seen, and different cultures, different types of music, different ways of approaching music. It's nothing short of casting a spell.
Yeah. And that's why I was trying to be careful with it, because I know it's true, and I know there are some darker forces in music as well. And so if you realize that there is a underlying tone to like your whole perception of reality, and particularly what type of music you listen to, it could create that reality. It could create your life. So I was just trying to be careful, man, because there's drill rap out there. There's all kind of dark stuff in music these days. So
it's a tool. You can use it however you decide to use it. You can use a knife in a lot of different ways.
Oh man, that's a good one. That's a good one. And also, being in the church, I know how they ramp it up, but also the quiet parts too, when it's just a soft piano, and it's a nice melody, but that melody's making you feel vulnerable and open to the message, or like, hey, maybe I do need something else. Man, it's powerful, man. It's truly powerful.
Yeah, I think, I'm going to go even earlier. I was born into Nichiren Buddhism, so
oh wow,
the whole practice of that is chanting Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. So from the womb, I've heard sound as a healing force, and it just clicked to me right now that's like, I don't think that's something I decided to do. It was just something I was hearing literally from the womb, and my entire life is people Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, big rooms with hundreds of people chanting the same rhythm, the same frequency, and it's a powerful sound, like a giant choir almost. If you ever saw like Kanye West Sunday service or something like that, like a West choir, it's a powerful sound when a bunch of people in unison.
Yeah, man. It's a cool thing to witness and be a part of when you're in the echo chamber of music and sound and chants, right?
Yes, sir.
So, man, you're on this incredible journey right now. The EP is out, Medicine Man. What was it like putting this project together?
It was a journey. It was a journey of self-discovery. I think I called it Medicine Man because it was a realization of who I am, I should say, as an artist, and what is the most authentic expression of music for me. Like I said, I mentioned the bata drums. That's one of my favorite, if not my favorite way to express myself musically. And it takes a lot of learning and tradition and understanding of the language to do that, as it does with producing contemporary music. You've got to do your homework and learn the language in order to communicate what you're trying to do and have the intention you're trying to do, and get out of your head about it. So all of this kind of represented a transformation of me shedding a lot of insecurity that I'm still working on now, but I think I did a pretty good job of forcing myself past it. So like getting past that, getting past doubt, getting past things that it seems like the industry may or may not demand of people to be successful. And like now that we have this internet age, and it's easier to get to your tribe of people, I'm more than ever excited to energize my tribe and have that spread to the world as we know it.
Yeah, man. I love what you're doing. And I have to get Oprah-like on you. So, you know how you go to the doctor, right? And the doctor's giving you prescriptions or whatever, doing an old checkup thing. But no one ever asked the doctor, are they okay? So you're the medicine of music. Have you fully healed? Is your spirit healed? Is your mind healed? Are you okay?
Fully, I don't know what that means, to be honest. I think I am practiced at doing some sort of healing as a discipline. So this morning I woke up at 5 and I couldn't go back to sleep. And so when I did that, I just started doing energy work within my body. I meditate, I walk my dogs. That's a form of meditation. Music is a form of meditation. I have my spiritual practices. I have my health practices. I try to drink as much water as possible. And I'm so far from perfect. I'm so far from perfect, and I don't think I will be until I leave this flesh. And because, or until I transcend it while still walking around in it. We'll see which comes first. But as that happens, I know that there is a level that I have reached that I am able to help people. I'm able to see pain in people, or I'm able to see potential in people, and I know that there's people who may not be as far along in this journey as I am, or as practiced or committed as I am, and I want to find ways of pulling them to their own sense of healing. I don't want them to necessarily do it my way, because I don't know if my way is. I don't think there is a right way. I think my way just works for me. And I think it works for me for now. We'll see in 10 years. It might have to change too. So, you know what I mean? I'm a young man, so I'm very open to feeling different, because I feel different now than I did 10 years ago.
As you should. All right. Listeners, are you ready for some good music? We have Gold Mine by Evan Cristo, and then we'll be back to put him in our traditional hot seat where he can perform for us. If he wants to, he could rap, sing, poems, poetry, spoken word, tell a joke, tell a story, give some advice, or do nothing at all. That is cool as well. But for right now, here it is, Gold Mine. Stay tuned.
Running out of time, standing in our own way, don't know how to find how to bring us closer. I wanna get closer. You and I are supposed to open doors to the gold mine. Now we got a cause, pulling out a treasure from inside our heart. Love will get us closer. I wanna get closer. You and I are golden. I'm in love now. Blue sky, look down, see the sun come out with the rays so warm, like a comforter. I'll wrap you up, I will back you up when we travel through the storms, girl. Are you down for new adventures with me? Going down to the depths we don't know what's there. I got you, don't let go of me. Diamonds and rubies, yeah, this love is rare. Running out of time, standing in our own way, don't know how to find how to bring us closer. I wanna get closer. You and I are supposed to open doors to the gold mine. Now we got a cause, pulling out a treasure from inside our heart. Love will get us closer. I wanna get closer. You and I are golden. You can have all of my possessions, all else is seeming like it is nothing when I'm around you, goddamn. When I'm holding you, suddenly everything I want I got in my hands. Can't turn down what is yours from birth. The world will keep bringing it in front of all the things that you think you want. Your treasure needs you to know your worth. Can't turn down what is yours from birth. The world will keep bringing it in front of all the things that you think you want. Your treasure needs you to know your worth. Running out of time, standing in our own way, don't know how to find how to bring us closer. I wanna get closer. You and I are supposed to open doors to the gold mine. Now we got a cause, pulling out a treasure from inside our heart. Love will get us closer. I wanna get closer. You and I are golden. Yeah, we're a gold mine. 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 Golden. You and I are golden. You and I are golden. Yeah, we're a gold mine.
All right. Welcome back again. What a phenomenal piece of music, Gold Mine. That was awesome. And that was by Evan Cristo, and he's here with us, so let's bring him back. Hey, you're back with us and in our hot seat. Are you going to perform for us?
And you said, what am I going to perform? So you mentioned that it's great that you kind of mentioned that video I did with my wife, because this song I was thinking to do was something I wasn't able to complete until we met. And so it's an oldie but a goodie, one of my favorites. So I was gonna play a little slightly different version of that.
All right, that's cool. Thank you.
Ready? All right. I've got plans for us. I've got you and God laughing at me. An innocent dreamer. Lullabies that take us right to the dream. I see us harmonizing on a long drive. Favorite songs playing as we pass the time. I see me holding you for the rest of our lives. We make beautiful nights. I'm so caught up in the joy of loving you. Loving you. Oh, I could care less what the rest think. I'll go against what they're expecting. You and I in the middle of our island, hold you close in the loudest silence. Your breath in my ear blends with the message in the wind, saying hold on to this vision. I see us harmonizing on a long drive. Favorite songs playing as we pass the time. I see me holding you for the rest of our lives. We make beautiful nights. I'm so caught up in the joy of loving you.
Oh, wow, man. That was incredible.
Thank you, thank you.
Indeed, indeed, indeed. All right. So final question, man, especially with your growth, what lessons from Buddhism and your Yoruba ancestry do you incorporate into your art?
Oh, the sense of infinity, definitely. I think the best thing I got from growing up in the version of Buddhism that I grew up in was so part of what Nam Myoho Renge Kyo means is the whole translation is I devote myself to the mystic law of cause and effect through sound. So the part Myoho is like, it means that you're interconnected with everything. So nothing that you want, nothing that you need, nothing is separate from you. No one is separate from you. And the most important part of your influence on that is cause and effect, is what you do. So that's the same thing that also exists in Yoruba ancestry. So cause and effect, they would call the deity Eshu, the crossroads. Every microsecond when you make a decision, conscious or unconscious. So if you're sitting, whether you decide to sit up or lean slightly to the left, whether or not you made that decision, it's a point in time when things split off. So I think what I learned is, one, I'm connected to everything. Two, cause and effect is extremely important. And three, I need to be as aware as possible of the causes I'm making. And that's, once again, a never-ending journey.
Indeed. Evan, where can our listeners connect with you on the internet and check out more music?
Yes, you can check it out all TikTok and Instagram and all those places at Evan Cristo Music. You can also check out some more live stuff at evancristo.bandzoogle.com. My entire EPK is there, so you can listen, you can watch live video. But yeah, if you look up anywhere on social media, all my music's there. If you go on Spotify, Evan Cristo, it's all there. EvanCristo.
All right. Listeners, just in case you didn't get those links, no worries. I will have them in the description of this episode and in the show notes. So all you guys have to do is just click those links. And that wraps up another heartfelt episode of Vigilantes Radio Live. Evan Cristo, man, thank you so much for sharing your story, your purpose, and the incredible artistry behind Medicine Man. To our listeners, be sure to scream Medicine Man on all platforms and connect with Evan Cristo on social media to follow his inspiring journey. Don't forget to subscribe to Vigilantes Radio, leave a rating, and share this episode with someone who needs a little healing through music. Show your support at buymeacoffee.com/Vigilantes Radio. And until next time, stay inspired and stay connected. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hey, what's up? Long time. I forgot to mention that. Oh, by the way, this is Deanie, Vigilantes Radio Live, VP of Operations for Busy Bone from Bone Thugs and Harmony, blah, blah, blah. Anyhow, Only One Theory dropped a new single. It is called La Jefecita. It's on Spotify. As a matter of fact, it's on all major platforms. You should check it out right now. Oh, and by the way, there's also a visual on YouTube. It's hot. Check it out today. OnlyOneTheory.com. Check that out too. Peace. Peace to all. My name is Deanie, and I am the host of Vigilantes Radio Live. I think that we are beyond just asking cool questions and getting cool responses. I think that we are here as creatives to provide an example that you can do things different outside of expectations, because some of us simply were not born into the club, but there is perhaps a door, window, or back gate that we can leave a clue for you to get into. Life is short, but there are plenty of moments to try and get it right. Pursuing your dreams and learning from mistakes may be tough, but regret is tougher. To book your interview, email us at vradio@onlyonemediagroup.com. That's a V as in victorious. Or visit onlyonemediagroup.com. I'm counting on you. Heaven, we all are counting on you to step into your purpose and your passion. You are listening to Vigilantes Radio Live on iHeartRadio, providing you with an opportunity to dive deeper.
You are now listening to Vigilantes Radio, the people's choice for quality interviews, art, music, and hot topics. Hosted by Demetrius Houdini Black Reynolds. All episodes of this podcast are available for free download at www.onlyonemediagroup.com.